Hello there. Do you know what are the two most expensive mistakes that you could make in your life are? Well, let me tell you. They are marrying the wrong person or buying the wrong house. Now, I'm not here to tell you about who you should marry, but I am about to drop a few knowledge bombs when it comes to house buying, particularly getting the right location. And getting the very best house is all the more important if you do marry the wrong person, because divorces don't come cheaply. So my first tip when it comes to getting the best location is do not give up on the most expensive areas right away. You may think an area is outside of your budget, but think about whether you can compromise on the features. Can you go without a garden or go for a smaller property? Likewise, another thing you can think about is buying a rundown property on the very best street, because while you can improve a property, you can never move it. If you've got the money ready and you've got the skills and a little bit of know-how, then it can be the very best investment for you long term, if you know what you're doing. My second tip, if you really can't afford those best areas, then find out what is the next best thing. Where have people chosen as the best alternative for those expensive areas? Look out for the up-and-coming neighbourhoods by looking out for signs of construction. So things like skips, scaffoldings, builders' bums. None of it looks good, none of it looks nice, but it is a good sign that an area is up and coming. Likewise, new shops, new coffee shops, anything like that. Or if there's a new housing estate that's being built. A lot of money tends to get invested into research into those bad boys before they get built, so they've done the homework for you. My third step, get on the phone to the local authority. Find out if they've got plans to smarten up any neighbourhoods. Are they going to improve transport, or are they going to build a big fat smelting works at the end of the street? Find out these things. Next step, as well as going to visit with the estate agent, go and have a look round on foot by yourself. Go and speak to the locals, speak to your would-be neighbours. Now, don't be weird about this, you might get arrested, but you could end up finding out a few things that the dear old estate agent forgot to mention. So my next step is a kind of continuation of this, but visit at different times of day and night and different days of the week. A place can seem completely different. You could end up with really noisy neighbours, but you never realised it because the noise only happened at night. And just one thing about noise. If you're thinking that you could put up with a place that's by a busy main road or next to a busy pub, whatever, then just remember that place may be harder to sell in the future. My last tip, make sure you do your research online before you buy anywhere. There is so much information that you can get out there at the moment. You can find out how much the house you're interested in was sold before, how much other houses sold for. You can find out about your neighbours, what their social class is, how much money they earn, the school catchment areas, the flood risk, the crime in the area, all of these things. There's so much information at your fingertips these days. So those are my tips when it comes to getting the very best location. If there's anything I've forgotten, then please leave a comment below. Look out for my next video on finding out about the very best locations before anyone else.